Hey Divian, how are you? Welcome to stream. Hey Noe, how are you? Hope you all had a good week. Hey Axion, you know I can't read that, but hi. Happy you're here. Glad you made it. How was your week? Everything alright? Everything going? How's life going? Had a great week though. The one pager video was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate that feedback. We spent a lot of time on making that video. It took a really long time to get everything in, get everything done. So I'm more than pleased to hear that. You're climbing a 10-meter tree? Why? Why would you do that? Hallo, Frau Farbe. Hello, Mrs. Color. Hey, Protopia, how are you? Pedro Pascal vibes. Hey, Julian. How are you doing? How's life going? Are you busy? Do you have work? Hey, yo, Juan. How are you? I'm watching you as I draw. Good. Okay, cool. All good. Just surviving the heat wave here. Oh yeah, I imagine. Yeah, it's it barely, like in Berlin right now it's 22 degrees. So for this week, but last week we had like 40. So, and in here in this thing it was a hot box. Like the heat was so immense it wouldn't leave the room, so I couldn't do anything to take out the heat out of this room. Like I couldn't work. I was sitting here literally losing liquid the whole time. Where does this hair black and white come from? Just Berlin style. Yeah, probably because I'm always doing black and white, I guess. But also wearing black is also kind of like a Berlin thing. Doing good. Less than a week, I'm back in Germany. Nice. 22 is heaven. Here's 39. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But Julian, where are you right now? Are you in Spain? On Monday it will be 38 again. Yeah, my sister who's living in the south of France, she has the heat wave again. So like we always get it like a week later. So I'm not looking forward to that. I have ads enabled. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I don't know why it always turns on the ads again. Live stream, turning ads off. Where do I do that? Here, money, no money. Done. Save that. Okay, should be enabled now. Yes. Wait, let me also turn it off for the portrait mode. Okay, should be fine. Save. My parents had 42 in France. Oh my god. Near Madrid. Oh my god. Yeah, for now, but we don't know when it's back. Love your sketches. I was wondering how. First of all, thank you, bro. I really appreciate coming that from you. You know, I really respect you and your work. I was wondering how you approach on the lines for the shadows and volume, that your inspirations. Inspirations wise, definitely Mobius, because you always tend to have these like vertical lines on using as a cast shadow. And I have like a lot of Mobius books where I think that's just stuck with me. I really like the look of having kind of like these horizontal volume lines as a cast shadow. That is really something that stuck with me, I would say. And then also trying, like, I don't know, I've drew so many stuff, so much lines also. At some point you kind of like get so bored by the same mundane things you draw, as you also know, right? And then the moment when you get bored is actually the best moment, because then it starts that you do something that is actually cool. Did you manage to draw during the heat wave? No. Actually not. I basically reduced my workload completely when the heat wave was here. So I just did the mentorship calls, did the feedback, and I always have my sketchbook on me, but like even in the train, like I was sweating. I was constantly sweating, and I hate to sweat when I'm drawing. It's kind of like the worst. How about you? Okay, let me also start drawing a bit. You hate sweat, period. Yeah, I got you. I sketch and draw less lately. Also, when I work, I usually do at night or early in the morning. But hey, yeah, at least you can like get it done. Like for me, my ritual is really whenever I go to work and I'm hitting the train, then the train arrive is like 15-20 minutes max. And also for the past weeks, the train wasn't going well, so I had to switch buses in between. So they replaced the train with buses, which was insane, because then the whole thing was like, okay, you're 5 minutes on this bus. You know, in a bus, drawing is much harder than in a train. So then I switched from bus to bus to bus, and I had like 3 buses in switching in between, so I couldn't really have my drawing routine. Now the train is back, and then we had the heat wave. And in the heat wave, I'm sitting there, and in the train in Berlin, the AC is not that big. So I don't know, like every other country I was, like they have proper AC. I don't know how is it in Spain, but here they don't have proper AC in the train. Probably they think like, okay, it's gonna be hot for only 3 weeks, so we don't need that. Yeah, and usually the commute is actually usually not that bad. It's just like this replacement buses because of like traffic work just killed me, you know. But yeah, that's how it is. Okay, let's do some drawing. But not really, just windows open. Okay, yeah, that's not really AC. I think I need to bring this down a bit more here. See, also I'm starting to sweat now. I'm literally doing nothing. I don't know, my body's not like, I don't know if I'm getting older. But I'm just sitting here, you know, I haven't even started to draw here. Okay, just making sure you guys see enough. I'm gonna start doodling in here. Okay, I think that could work here. You should try drawing in a cool bath. I don't have a bath. Don't have that. I'm not as rich as you. Anybody played the Gothic remake? Any chance? I had some time playing it. It was nice. I'm so jealous you're going to THU this year, right? Yes. You're not? I think we spoke about that, right? I just forgot that we had this conversation. I have a mini fan on my face, as my bestie noticed. You know, I wanted to buy a fan, but it's not possible to get any fans right now. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was dying to be your translator at THU. That would be quite funny. And that would be really funny, I think. And also, like, you would crack a joke at every moment you can. I wonder, you either way the worst or the best PR person. I got laid off and need to keep frugal with my money. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you can send it me on Insta. But that's can't you, I don't know, can you try to get in as a speaker or something? Two sides of the same coin. Hey Sync 007, thank you for the Twitch follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey Logsback, how are you? Welcome everybody. I'm surprised that like people are really on stream today, because I thought like the weather is so beautiful, everybody's outside, so nobody's in here. But apparently not. Gonna be real silly this tier 2 for me. My home is a boat for a week. What do you mean silly? Like for real? Like you're gonna stay there on a boat? You're exhausted and nauseous, but exams are all great. Hey, good news. Awesome. I'm glad. I hope you have also a good, you watch that you get good food in and all that. How's your appetite? I was planning on going bouldering in the first place, but not feeling good enough, so watching you drawing more relaxing. Hey, I'm happy. I mean, sorry that you're not bouldering, but I'm glad you made it here. The harbor in front of THU event is an Airbnb cabin boat. Ah, yeah, true. I'm actually printing a flag so people know which boat is mine. Dude, you're so creative. Do you have any plans for what you want to bring, like portfolio-wise or work-wise? THU would be fun. Many words in your Portuguese are bad words in Brazil, so I would have the time of my life. See, that's what I'm saying. You would be the worst and the best. You would be the worst and the best for a promo. I would always ask, like, are you Portuguese? Then please don't speak to her. Last time was a bit disappointing. Remember people going to portfolio reviews when companies knew they won't hire anybody. Yeah, I think the problem is also that these companies, they have to come because they have to show up, they have to show themselves. So yeah, and also probably also people in the company really want to go to the event. But I mean, you can also see the positive thing, like even if you know you have no chance to get hired, you can still get a good feedback maybe. The price is a bit too much. Yeah, I mean, the price is like, I also don't remember, to be honest, what was the price last time. But I think if you think about it, it's basically $100 a day, right? For a whole week. I mean, it's borderline, I would say. It's borderline. I think the problem is more like accommodation and 900. But aren't you have this discount of the discount for being there like so many times already? Yeah. I understand the whole like hotel room accommodation thing like that, and also the flight, of course, right? I mean, also flights right now, they're not the cheapest, so. This information, I try not to save those informations in my brain. You know how my brain works, Natalia. You know that. Like, please stop putting these informations in my brain. I got the Pioneer discount. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end is also like, for like the first time is always the best, right? And then at some point you also have to ask yourself like, what is actually the thing that you want out of the event, right? Is it kind of like connecting with people? Is it really potentially to get a job? Like, I don't really know. Like, it's, yeah. I mean, I run around with a camera the whole time when I'm there, so my plan this year is to vlog actually. So I don't want to do like, last time I always would try to do interviews, but doing these interviews is really hard because it's really hard to catch people. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna have the chance to do any of these. So my plan is actually to vlog this time, but yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, networking, making connections. My plan is actually to have my book done for THU and to bring my book. Like, I would like to do that. That's kind of like my deadline. What? A Portuguese friend of mine goes there and told me also in that range of price. Yeah, Madureira is coming, right? That's low-key insane. But again, like, I mean, I always have the problem, like, I don't know what to talk with these people, like, probably just saying like, love your art, but then he's probably hearing that every corner where he's going. Hey Kugeltisch, was geht ab? How are you doing? How's life going? I'm working on a secret book. No, I'm working on a book with my drawings. Like, I already started with it. But then I also test printed it. I didn't like to test print, and then I had like so much other stuff ongoing, so I kind of like postponed it a bit. But that's really important for me actually, because then all my single drawings, because I do so many drawings, all my single drawings, they become like this one project in a way, which is for me something to make a hook on the amount of drawings. I can't complain. Nice to hear. Yeah, I'm just trying to get into the groove here. You're probably also drawing. Most of them, they go like on vacation. Yeah. You ask what I might bring. Most definitely, I'm bringing some of my sketchbooks, business cards, also prints, illustration comes about. Nice, cool. I wanted to chit chat with Bianca. We met in Brazil. No. Cowboys, hot weather? Yes, I love cowboys. As a kid, I always wanted to be a cowboy. Lucky Luke was my jam. You should talk with Super Any guys and do a collab, man. I will definitely talk with them. Because they are like some of my most favorite people. They're so sweet. So nice. And it's always so motivating to see them and like be around them. But that's also the thing. I would kind of like to have something physical when I see them, just to maybe get some feedback also on my drawings. Could be nice. Sir, are you going to use brush pens now? Am I going to use brush pens? Good question. Probably no. I think I'm going to use a real brush and some real ink. Yes. I love cowboys, but I love riding horses more. Okay. Good information. Dream for you doing something with Super Any? I mean, nothing is impossible. Just I don't know. I guess just produce work, be seen, and then this goes faster than you can think. But at the end, they're also just like a big group of friends. So I feel like this thing is still too big here. Okay. Okay. Let's ink this boy. So where's my pen? Oh. Who? Hey, where's my pen? Did I just clean everything? Ah, there you go. It went out of sale. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see the sketchbook? Yeah, just make your own Super Annie. I mean, at the end, like right there, it's just a question of it's just a question of organization and like doing that for years, right? So, you guys want to see it? All right, okay. Let me quickly get it for you guys. Let me zoom out here. Okay, we have these two. So this one comes in a box, in a Moleskine box with pencils, but you can also, or you could buy it as a single. And first of all, what I didn't realize is that the surface is not like, it's not like flat printed. It has like a really nice surface. So just look at this first of all, like this is low-key motivating, but also imagining somebody who doesn't know Kim Young-ji sees this and like this is your sketchbook, you draw in this, you know, and then they see this, and then like, oh, is that your sketchbook? Oh, nice, this looks so nice, and then they're gonna be disappointed when they see your drawings. Maybe, I don't know. And then the cool thing here, like, look at this. So this is like freaking motivation, pure motivation, then basically classical Moleskine. But what they've done, which I really find really cool, is that you have like these drawings in between randomly. Like in here, just look at this. Just him. Like it's exactly like somebody would draw in the sketchbook. This is, I mean, this is so motivational, but it's also so demotivating at the same time. Because like, I don't want to ruin these pages. It looks so great. Just look at this. But it also kind of like gives you an idea what you could draw, you know? So I knew that this is gonna be a treasure. That's why I bought it immediately. So yeah, so you have these pages in there, which is just insane. And it does feel really nice. So this is actually really something that you could put on your bookshelf. And then also the small one, same goes for this one here. So same thing. It has like this real nice, I don't know what this is, like this material. It feels almost like some sort of cloth or something, some sort of fabric. And you have this here also, again. Wait, let me give it a zoom. So here you have this one. Then you have these little things in there. And it's always him like here sitting and drawing. So yeah. And I think together I paid $40 for both, I think. Definitely a good investment, if you ask me. Okay, let's do a bit of work here. Oh, my girlfriend just landed. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get some ink. I don't know why my paper is wavy. There's no reason for it to be wavy. Also, my pen is bleeding a little bit. It seems like the paper absorbed some sort of like humidity or something. I'm not really sure why. All hail loose paper. Maybe I take a slimmer brush, a slimmer pen. Is that, I've just checked that it's water and fade proof. I don't do the same mistakes again. Okay, let's try this one. I hope that doesn't look weird now, otherwise I have to go over this again. That's too slim. That's too slim. Hey, no name drafter, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Man, I could kill for sushi. Yeah. I know that you can't eat that now. Do you like? Are you such a sushi fan? But pretty much a carnivore. Hi, I'm like your art star. Hi, art by Kaushik. Hi Kaushik, how are you? How's life going? What do you like to eat? Chicken and rice. Chicken and rice all day, every day. Chicken and rice is the thing. What brush are you using? This is a Kotaku brush. It's horsehair. Duck is my thing. Yeah, I know a lot of people like duck. I mean, I like duck as well, but I mean, somehow like prefer chicken. I don't like too fatty meat, actually. Don't like when it's too fat. I just ordered the community sketchbooks now with some books I've wanted from him. I think I spent almost 1,000 euros just books the past weeks. Why? Buy them used. I mean, I know, like, buy the new books, but buy the sketchbooks, but besides that, buy used books, bro. No sweets. I like sweets, but the thing is, like, I don't buy them. Yeah, I just don't buy sweets because, like, if I would have sweets at home, I would have to eliminate them, if you know what I mean. So, in order to not be damaged by this too much, I try not to. If that makes any sense. This stream deserves millions of views. Oh, thank you, Kaushik. It's enough that you are here. Hi, Anosh. Hey, Verena, how are you? Why do Europeans put avocado in everything? It just ruins the sushi. Then just don't order them. I don't get the question. No worries. No worries, no worries, no worries. Hey Kid Lamb, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. That's one Saskia walk. Hey, Ultimate Kahuna, how are you? I've hoarded so many books, I don't have space for Janusz art book. That's okay. I still appreciate you. Some of the books I did buy were limited edition, ones you can't buy through anymore. And cause I'm leaving in Germany, hoarding what books I cost me. Yeah, okay, I understand. What books did you bought? Can you spoil? Where are you all from? Yeah, that's a good question. Everybody can drop where they're from. Verena was asking. Not French. I love how you always say that. Patriarch sits in Dallas. Juan Gia? Hey Worm Dirty, how are you? It's funny, Protopia is from France, but lives in Berlin. Yeah. I know. It's funny how you not want to be aligned with French people. You have a proud heritage. Da, 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 da. Well, but actually today, for a long time, I drew really a lot compared to the past few weeks. I already feel how this is mentally good for my sanity. Just doing that. It's so interesting what is drawing or art creation is really doing for your brain. But it was also such a quiet day today. Hey, take care. Thank you, Julian, for being here. Appreciate you. And also just text me on Discord. You can also text me on Discord, but also Instagram. Gonna do some adult stuff. Oh, I have to do groceries as well tonight. Good that you say that. Yeah, you're always welcome. Please come back in the future. You're always welcome. Everything again, bureaucracy. I like that. Yeah, who likes that, right? Take care, my friend. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Groceries, dishes, cleaning. I already done that in the morning today. Cleaning and dishes. You can barely stand up? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But you have a hubby. He takes care, right? Hubby have to, how you say? Has to carry the boats, I guess. I forgot how you say that. I think you get my point. Oh. Hey, Merlin the Dawn. How are you? I had to read it twice to figure out how you say the name. How are you? Welcome to stream. He's exhausted too. Job, house, and me. Yeah, okay, but like, he has to do it, right? I mean... Ciao, Verena. Thank you for being here. Danke, dass du da warst. Ein schönes Wochenende. Hab ein schönes Wochenende. I'm good. I'm good. Not sweating too much right now, which I highly appreciate. Same, this week was hell. Yeah, it was. Absolutely. I agree. Where are you located? Hey Jesko, how are you? Switzerland, oh yeah, okay. Hey Dave Nishi, how are you? Welcome to stream. What's up? Oh, one sec. I have to mute myself for a moment. Hallo. Bin ich nicht. Do you have a tip for drawing hair? I can draw a face, but I struggle so much with the hair lately. It looks flat. Yeah, hair's very easy actually. So the important part is when you draw hair is this here. Do you see this? This is literally not painted. This is just ink. So the important part is that you imagine the volume of the hair, and then that there's always an area where the light hits the hair, and then also there's an area where the form is changing, right? So as we know from painting basics, form change equals value change. So when the form is changing, then we're gonna have a terminator, and then we're gonna have a core shadow. So the important part is from hair is that the moment that hair turns away from the light, it gets dark immediately. So for me, in my head, the most easiest to remember, or the most logical to remember, let me take a new page here, is basically this. So you have a strain of hair, right? And then you need to be aware that, okay, there's gonna be some sort of like form overlap. And here now comes the light, and then the light hits here, so that means that here we're gonna have basically the form turning away, and you see how this automatically already looks like hair. So when we have hair on the head, same thing, we need to be and keep in mind that at some point there's gravity happening, right? So let's quickly draw a face in. I always have the microphone in my face here. Okay, so now we have this. So here, the moment the hair passes the skull, the form's turning. Let's give her an ear. Maybe some earrings. Okay, and then here, hair bunching behind. Also here, hair is bunching, coming together, right? And now important again here, that where we have this like separation, I don't know what's it in English, in German it's called Scheitel. It's where we have to sculpt, so to speak, and then we're gonna have here like the form again turning away. Then we have a light, and then all I'm doing is I'm following the form of the hair. And then there's gonna be an area where it gets hit by light again, and then it also turns away again. And all you need to practice is that. You have to practice where it's turning away. Most cases, the hair behind the head is mostly in shadow because it's blocked by the head. And then here we're gonna have like a stronger shadow because we're gonna have the terminator here. And then we're gonna have the core shadow. Why is it stronger? Because it's right next to the light, so the brightest area. So there's the illusion of the darker shadow. And so on and so on. Okay? Does it make sense? So like not using a brush, right? I mean, you can do it with everything. Like if I use a pen, same thing. If I use a pen, same thing, right? So all you need to be aware is like, okay, there's like the head, and then the hair is following the form of the skull underneath. And if I would shade it with ink or so with the pen, same game. Right, just follow the form. And then, okay, imagine there's some light hitting, and then it breaks again. Like, you have to just figure out the right rhythm of breaking. Okay, I think that should make most sense. Same here. Okay. Hey Mosap, how are you? So like drawing ribbons, yeah, so to speak. How would you then depict more blonde characters? Just working lighter, much lighter. But same principle, doesn't change anything. How is there, I don't know, what? I can't read this language, sorry, TG. Okay, I try to understand. So what's the best advice you would give to yourself when started drawing? The best advice I would give myself when started drawing. Do less studies. Try to draw more your own stuff, definitely. Focus more on things that that are unique to you as soon as possible. Create a habit where you draw just for yourself. No expectations, no comparison, no quality standard, just for yourself. Every day at least 1 hour. That is definitely an important advice I would give my younger self, because I was always comparing myself. Always. And comparing myself would always slow me down. Merlin the Dawn, you're not satisfied? Tell your father. Okay. 1 second, guys. I have to. Wait. How long do I need from here? 40 minutes. Okay, I have a bit of time. Because I have to end the stream a bit earlier to do some. How did Julian said it earlier? Adult stuff. Adult stuff. Because groceries are closing here too early. Okay, let's push this boy at least a little bit. Maybe I don't get it. Somehow struggle with hair even when I draw from reference, but it's still thanks for the effort. Try to figure it out. What is it that you don't get? I think the problem is that you overcomplicated hair. Probably, maybe. I don't want to like overstep here. But the important part is of hair is that you have to like, what is hair, right? So hair is like multiple, like let's say this is one strain of hair, right? So like, let's say we would zoom in, we would have like this here. Okay, so, but super microscopic, so super little tubes, right? And then we have a bunch of them and they're all together. And they all together make some sort of like volume. Right, so this is the volume that gets created when they all come together, when they all bunch, right? And then the important part is always we have the skull. And then the hair comes on top and it works somehow like, hey Acid, thank you for the Twitch follow, appreciate it. And this works like, it's kind of like a tablecloth. And then gravity comes, pulls that down, and then it goes around. Like this. Right, I mean, pretty simple, simplistic depiction, but I think you get the point. So this is all you need to remember to do is, first of all, the hair in itself is a single strain. It's a little tube. Then they're all together, so they're bunching together, which means we have there's always the same type of bunching. Like, look at my hair, right? I have like, this is not single hair. This thing here, these are like multiple. You see how I can bunch them together as well and then create this shape? This kind of like C shape. It's kind of like on top of each other, multiple. Like I have the perfect reference here, right? You see that? So this is basically how it works. And here's the point where gravity hits, right? Where gravity pulls it down. So that's why hair is so simple actually, because hair is all about flow lines. Maybe what you could do as well, you can also just try to do flow lines, but vertical. Try to draw flow lines, but try to follow the form of it. As a kid, I used to sketch and I was actually pretty good at it, but life happened and I haven't picked up pencil draw since. Now I'm 40. Is there still hope for me? Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, welcome to stream. I started drawing for the first time really when I was 23 and I drew like a 10-year-old. So my mom started to become an artist when she was 40, by the way. She studied art when she was 40. She studied it for 5 years. So there's still hope. I hope it helps. Okay, let me do this here. I really find it difficult drawing head figures that are either looking up or down. Could you give us some tips? Hey 2D last line, how are you? So your question is, hey Telescopy, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. So your question is, one second. Okay, sorry. Drawing the head figures that are either looking up or down. Okay, yeah. I understand that drawing the head up and down is not easy. So, in my opinion, the best thing to learn this the fastest and the easiest is working with cylinders. All right, so let me get another pen. I need a. Why are all my sticker pens here? Where's my high-tech palette? See. Oh. Basically, working with cylinders is the best, you know. So, because the hard part of drawing a face upside down is, and let's draw here through, right? So let's pretend this here is the lower part of the face. And let's pretend we are below. So this goes up, so we have some conversion happening, right? So let's do it extreme. So, and then also we give it a center line. And then of course we follow the contour. And then let's say we separate these areas here and here. And then what we need to be aware is that face features are not flat stickers, right? They're not flat. They are volume. So if I draw some lips, these lips have volume. They are form. So if I draw the lips on here, I need to understand that I see now more from the lower lip than the upper lip. Same for the nose, that the nose isn't this, right? The nose isn't this. Here we need to be clear that the nose form-wise from below is this. Right, so it's a box. So we see a lot from the nose from below here. Then the upper lip is almost touching the nose. And then we have a stronger lower lip. Then the nose bridge goes up. Then somewhere we have the eye socket. And then of course, since the eyes are cylinders, we not fully see them coming out. Okay, so that is basically the easy part of drawing it from below, is trying to place that on cylinders. I could have drawn that a bit bigger. And same thing for top down. Again, draw a cylinder with a stronger conversion on purpose. So this here is now dissecting as the forehead, right? And usually the forehead comes out, right? A bit in an angle, like this. Not straight, but we still stick with the cylinder. Then again, we have the nose bridge. The nose comes out, comes forward, right? Because it's form, we don't forget that. Then part of the eye is almost not visible because it's kind of like hidden. And then the mouth comes out again. It's a bulge. Comes out. Choop, choop. Here then. Then we have the chin here. And that's it. Okay? So that's basically the best way to practice that. Is having cylinders like in that way. Just separate it. Don't think about all that. Just try to place the features in there. Hey A-Seed, working with 3D helped me developing an eye for facial positioning when drawing. Grüße aus Stuttgart. Hey, Grüße zurück. Grüße zurück nach Stuttgart. Was geht ab? Crazy breakdown, thank you. Yeah, I hope it helps. It's kind of like I feel like that's kind of like the easiest way to think of that, you know? Just even if you would think that features are stickers in your world, they have to wrap around, right? So you can take your finger and you can go over your face and you feel like, oh, okay, all right. Then all you have to figure out is like, okay, what do I see more? What do I see less? It's just a pattern repetition you just have to understand. So the features wrap around the cylinders. Yes, absolutely. You know when it's warm in here? When this happens. Okay, how much time do I have left? Okay, not too much actually. By the way, for anyone who's interested, we have new mentorship slots open again. So if anyone wants to learn in summer, wants to level up a bit, there's your chance. There's also a link below this stream probably. Can you guys see? Yes, you can see. I feel like I can darken this whole side of the head more. Oh lol, cylinder method actually works. Yeah. It works. I'm glad it works. Is it a fundamental course? The mentorship? Yeah, so to speak. It's one-on-one. It's private teaching, so to speak. So what I just did, I just do that with you in person. And I give you assignments. I look what is your weakness, what is your strength. Then we work on a weakness, but we'll also continue working on a strength. We do a structured plan. I keep you accounted. I annoy you to make you work because the mentorship is about performance. And yeah, and then we go from there. I use boxes instead of cylinders. Yeah, also works. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Okay. I like wonder if I want to push this more or not. Okay. Ich hoffe, es ist okay, wenn ich die Frage auf Deutsch stelle. Na klar. Ich habe gesehen, dass du hier einen Link hast. I teach at Skillshare. Ist das nicht mehr aktuell? Ich finde das dort nämlich nicht. Oh, ja, nee, ich unterrichte nicht mehr auf Skillshare. Sorry, ich habe vergessen. Dann habe ich vergessen, das rauszunehmen. Ich unterrichte da schon seit Jahren nicht mehr, tatsächlich. Die haben irgendwann mal ihr Preismodell so, ich sag jetzt mal, gottlos geändert, dass du als Creator einfach gemerkt, also ich habe einfach gemerkt, du hast als Creator gar nichts davon. So. Die haben viel mehr von dir als Creator, als du, jemand, der macht. Ich würde es keinem empfehlen, to be honest. Mach lieber einen Gumroad oder so, oder mach deine eigene Webseite, ist immer noch das Beste. Eigene Webseite und dann da unterrichten. Ansonsten, ich habe einen Gumroad-Kurs auf Perspektive und ich arbeite jetzt gerade im Moment nicht an einem neuen Kurs, ansonsten mache ich halt One-on-One-Teaching. Also unterrichte ja alles, was so digital, traditionell, Concept Art, Illustration, Comics ganz viele gerade, also ganz viele Leute, die wollen in Comics gehen. Und ich bin ja kein Comic-Book-Artist, aber ich kann halt jedem die fundamentalen Sachen beibringen, die man dazu braucht. The only thing I understood is Gumroad. Yeah, I was just talking about Skillshare. Just talking about that. Good, you make me practice my German. Yeah, I think it's better than I speak French. Your German went from 0 to 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Get Anyone else had a phase where you despite drawing from reference? I know it meant to help, but a burnout from drawing from reference before. How do you utilize reference for better learning? The thing is that I'm a big believer of knowing how to use a reference. So the problem is whenever you study from a reference and you copy, you rely only on what you see. But in order to have the biggest benefit or the biggest gain from a reference is by enforcing information on your own work. Hey HGMZ, how are you? So the thing is, the best way to really get a big thing out of a reference is by trying to paint, design, drawing, whatever it is that you want to draw. So let's say you want to create a monster which isn't real, but you want to make it look real. So you utilize a photo of a fish or you utilize a photo of an octopus. Then you look at it and then you try to first, and you need to, in that case, understand what the octopus is made of, or what is kind of like the material of the skin of an octopus, in order to practically apply that and make it applicable to your design or to your painting. And that is the moment where you are like taking that information and really using the reference for it. So that is because like this whole copying references is really down to, okay, do I need to learn technique, right? Do I need to learn, let's say, Photoshop, right? So I have Photoshop, and the best way to learn Photoshop is actually copying what you see by reference for the technical aspect, to understand how to paint, basically, like one-on-one painting, or how to get good with drawing in Photoshop. but in actually to that this is then that goes very fast, because the technical aspect is something you learn very fast. But the moment when you feel like, hey, I don't want to do that anymore, that I want to actually make something, then that's much better, because otherwise it gets like empty, you know. So you have to, your brain will not be how you say, like you will not be entertained. Not nice. Yeah, like don't trust Natalia. Don't trust her. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, folks. Today was a relatively short stream. Just almost 1 hour 40 minutes. I gotta go. I have to do something. So we're gonna have a next stream next Friday. I hope the heat wave is not catching us. Thank you all for being here for the Friday stream. If maybe I have a chance next week, maybe I can throw in a stream on Wednesday or Tuesday. Go buy chicken and rice. I have enough at home. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. I always enjoy this. Like, the stream is nothing without you. So I always appreciate everybody who comes here and also is active on the chat or is just listening. Hey Pablo, was geht ab? Yeah, so have a good week, folks. Have a good weekend. I appreciate you all. Feel free to come back next time, and like and subscribe, and ciao. Ciao, Kakao. Bye-bye. See you.